Students are the group that are most egregiously affected by what the government is proposing. Effectively, students are going to be taken out. Students in the private rented sector are not going to have any protections whatsoever in terms of the level of rents. Every time they return to college, they're going to see a new significant hike in their rents. And the day after the government announced their new proposals, the Minister for Higher Education, Minister Lawless, was in before us at the Committee on Higher Education. And I asked him on that day about this. I put to him how this is going to work, that there will be no rental protection for students in private rented accommodation every time they change tenancy and so on, and asked if that was accurate. And he emphasised that we have a new proposal which was introduced yesterday that will come into effect next March. There will be a lot of water under the bridge between now and next March. I will sit down with my colleague, the Minister for Housing, with whom I've spoken numerous times on student accommodation, and we'll delve into the detail about how it will affect the student accommodation sector. I mean, I couldn't believe it, that the Minister for Higher Education, who was telling us that a priority was student accommodation, didn't seem to know how this was going to affect students, but was reassuring us that it'll be grand. There's loads of time between now and March and we'll sort it out and students won't be negatively affected. So then I read the newspaper headlines on the Monday with interest and thought, oh good, here we have a minister who is listening to the opposition and is going to protect students. And the headline in the Irish Times was, Minister wants exemptions to new rent rules to be considered for students sharing houses. Students should not be inadvertently disadvantaged by the new regime, says spokesman for James Lawless. But on Tuesday, presumably all the water under the bridge had passed, and we hear from page headline, the Irish Independent, no additional protections for students in private sector under new rental rules, Minister admits. So that's it. Like, I was accurate in my summation of things at the committee. The Minister, in saying that there was a load of water going to pass under the bridge and don't worry, things will be fine by March, was trying to mislead people, or himself didn't know what was happening. And the truth is, students are being thrown to the wolves by this proposal. I mean, it is incredible when it's the #1 crisis facing the third level education system that students are going to be taken out of any protection whatsoever.